Tell me if I'm doing it wrong.
You've been here 5 minutes and you already got the torch.
Ready to burn something down.
Christian Winger, all the way from Wyoming, husband to Jill Winger. Many of you probably know her. If you don't, you're gonna get to know her and him in this vlog. So you're a firefighter.
Firefighter.
So does that also mean you know how to start fires?
Oh yeah.
Okay. We're just coming back from Homesteaders in America. I think our farm center was loading it enough, namely because we weren't here and we had the heat turned down. So now we get here, I should have went down and loaded it last time. And we found Jill Winger. What's in your coffee this morning? I assume that's coffee.
It is coffee. It's a very
It's got a lot of milk and sugar in it.
Come on,
I didn't bring my maple syrup.
Shoot, I should have known. I should have asked last night and got you some real coffee. Okay, you're a horse person.
I am. I'm coveting your barn.
And I know, and it's kind of a mess right now, but you said you're coveting it because, look, I don't know if everybody that watches this knows, but this is our basement. This is full of horse stalls.
Yeah.
The outer stalls too.
Like when I was little, I always dreamed of having my barn attached to the house.
Yeah.
Like first off, but then like these are like kind of the classic horse stalls, which we don't even have our horses in stalls like these, but it's just like it's every little girl's dream to have the breezeway and the little stalls with the sliding doors. So
yeah,
it's a very nice horse barn.
Nice, good. Okay, we passed the horse barn test.
Yeah.
My dad and brother set out to do a horse barn here and board horses.
Yeah.
But it just never happened.
Never happened.
No. So you're actually using horses.
Not for every single thing, but yeah, we do use it for
on your ranch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I mean, there is a different. I feel like for homesteaders, there's a different safety aspect.
Yeah.
Like you can get really hurt if you don't know what you're doing with a horse. Versus a milk cow might just kind of push you over. A horse is a little bit more higher stakes.
Because a horse can be how tall?
I mean, they can. Their back can go to there. So yeah.
That's something.
Yeah. So you have all these wood chips here right now. When you're ready to plant this spring, do you pull them back and plant in the ground, or how you?
Yes, exactly. I'm doing like a, Joe might do a big thick layer of wood chips, but he would have, his ratio in here would be like 300 chickens. Well, I don't need 300 chickens.
Yeah.
So these guys are gonna break it down slower, so we do less.
Yeah.
There's only about 4 or 6 inches of wood chips there. Yeah, and then we would have started our tomatoes or cucumbers. We would probably make a furrow. We'd get our shovel and make a furrow. You gotta plant down into the ground.
Yeah.
I know you know this, but for those that don't. And then we've created this furrow along the whole thing. So then we plant down into the dirt. Yeah. And this then serves as our mulch. Yeah. So it's less weedy. For those that don't know, this greenhouse is perfect for these chickens. They don't like rain and snow, so they come out here. They're out. If it rains or snows, they can still get out. The pigs are in here too, nearby, so we can knock all our chores out at once. We could move our, Christian, this is actually our turkey shawl. This is what we keep our turkeys in.
This guy?
Yeah?
Yeah.
But in the winter, we move this around and spread the chickens low. This turkey shawl they can perch in at night, and we move a really intense layer of droppings.
I wish we had one of these right here.
The
hoop house.
The hoop house.
Yeah.
I already know why. I imagine wind, right? Yeah. You can't have that in windy. He asked me how much wind is this rated for. I don't think we had to even think about it.
So what's
we might get 60 miles
60
an hour. And that's a big storm. That's like, oh my gosh, that's like a hurricane.
We had 154 mile an hour wind recorded last month.
Yeah.
And I haven't daily vlogged in like a month. It's gonna be about Jill and Christian today, but tomorrow, or the next video, let's do a, we'll do an update, because a lot of exciting stuff has happened on the farm since we've been daily vlogging. Do chickens get out in Wyoming?
Oh, all the time. We have the dogs that chase them, so this is actually better.
The chickens are the same in Wyoming, huh?
They know how to get out.
Look, she's a chicken whisperer. This snow has been here for a few weeks. That's pretty rare that snow would stick around. Do you have snow sticking around right now?
We do.
Yeah, we're covered in snow.
Are you? How much?
Well, I don't know. We had about 18 inches here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean, we were calling the Inquirer when we got 18 inches.
Yeah.
Is that a big storm for y'all?
But we will have warm snaps. Like sometimes people are surprised in my pictures. It'll be December and it'll be bare ground.
Yeah.
So it'll go away for a while. It's not like it's constant.
We didn't have any snow at Christmas.
Yeah, no, of course.
So it was warm there too.
I mean, it was
warm here for
50
Christmas.
degrees on Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We have our heifers in the stall. I'll tell you more about that in the next vlog. There we go. Welcome, Rebecca. You ready for the Alaskan winter?
Last night I checked the weather and it said it was going to be 22 degrees. It is not 22 degrees. It doesn't feel like that. So I'm a little overdressed.
This is what happens in the mountains of North Carolina when it gets cold. And this is Wyoming. When he comes to the North Carolina mountains,
got a
when
light
it's cold.
jacket on, light shirt.
He's got a light jacket.
I like how like,
shirt on.
he's like making sure everybody knows how little dressed he is.
He's about to prove it. He's about to take it
About
off.
ready to take it off. Really, it's starting to warm up.
This is the ram pasture. This will it grows so fast. We can't cover the whole field, maybe half of it. Because the other half, before we even hit it, is like this tall. In 4 or 5 weeks. Doesn't grow that fast.
No.
Our whole growing season might be 4 or 5 weeks sometimes.
Really?
Depending on the year, depending on the drought conditions and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
So how is it there? So how many head of cattle do you have?
200.
So how do you, so then that must take a lot of acreage.
Takes a lot of acreage.
So here that would maybe be 400, 500 acres. How many acres is it?
So we have 200 cows that we run with another guy who has 400 cows. So we got about 600 altogether.
Yeah.
And we run them on 25,000 acres.
I thought he was going to say 2,500. No, 25,000. Yeah, so that's the trick.
Where there would have been 1 million buffalo that came through and grazed intensively, they wouldn't have come back for a year.
No, yeah.
Or maybe
And gone
multiple
really far. It might have
years.
been multiple years.
Yeah.
Depending
and
on
what
the
Joel
drought
was
conditions.
saying,
And
you guys posed this question to Joel, and he said something interesting. What you have over us is you don't lose the nutrients
Yes.
in your grasses like we do.
yeah.
Right.
So they could leave for 2 or 3 years
Yeah.
and come back.
Just
But if you left this 2 or 3 years, actually you would be starting to get a forest
Yeah.
like that over there.
Yes.
That would be kind of different in Wyoming. We're talking about kids playing outside. Our kids are outside playing right now. Because it's like 30 or 40 degrees outside. It's not.
Ours will go out.
So is that a little tricky in Wyoming, being able to let the kids just go out and play?
With the cold. They kind of self-regulate. So we don't worry. Like if they're cold, they'll come in.
Yeah.
And so they know how to get dressed. I mean, now that they're older, it's easier. When they were little and we were suiting them up, unsuiting, then that gets old. But they're pretty tough.
Get them out.
Yeah.
Potatoes from the farm, bacon from the farm, sausage from the farm. You ready for this, Jill?
I am ready.
Look at here.
Right?
This is food from your farm.
This is the Genuine Beef Co.
What's the name? Okay, I was gonna get that. Genuine Beef Co. It's a website on there. I guess if people just Google
Yep.
Genuine Beef Co. They can order.
Yep.
So you guys are shipping nationwide?
We are, yeah.
are my favorite.
Sweet. They got a ranch in Wyoming if you guys haven't picked up on that yet.
Can't go to Canada, so but we can go anywhere in the U.S.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. What is? Did we
They're
Ground
gonna
beef.
they're gonna feed us some of their. So what are we gonna eat tonight?
house?
We're gonna have some steak.
This is a gift.
This is a
They're
gift.
giving us
This is
this.
for you guys.
Oh my
You don't have
word.
to eat it with us if you want to save it and
Yeah,
eat it
you
as a
know,
we're
date
gonna
night.
eat
We can bring it so that you can cook it for us.
No, we're
Now let's have some
Don't put it in
Wyoming
the freezer and eat it when we're
beef
gone.
tonight. Look at this bacon. I love it about Brandon's cut. It's such an English style, I imagine. It's got the tenderloin in it. Just look how wide, not just thick, but wide these bacons are. It's all Justin Rhodes farm food. The eggs, the potatoes,
Pretty potatoes.
the bacon, the sausage. I made the stupid mistake. Probably the second most dumbest question I've ever asked in my life. I said to Jill and Christian, have you ever had a homegrown pork belly? And then I realized we used their recipe for our bacon.
We did for this thing. We have.
You guys had a lot of grace for me there. Thanks.
That's all right. That's all right.
That was a good lunch. We just spent almost 3 hours interviewing Jill and Christian. Rebecca and I sit right there. This is our new video podcast setup for Abundance Plus inside the old farmhouse. Look, here's Grandpa, great-grandpa, Pinkney. Looks like even American milking dove in there. But hey, in the days of horse-drawn carriages. But anyway, had a great conversation with Jill Winger, Old Fashioned on Purpose, and her husband Christian. That's going to drop on Abundance Plus as soon as Dan can get it edited. He usually does that in about a couple of weeks. But then it'll go public. It'll be several months from now as we drip those out once a month to the public. But if you want it right away, you want to do Abundance Plus. But that was a good show. Long form, too. Matt came. I don't know if they remember you, Matt. I don't know if I introduced you on vlogging.
I didn't realize you had the camera on.
You were the, for those that don't know, it's okay. You get on the vlog?
Oh, of course.
Or are you hiding?
Am I hiding? No, I am not.
As long as you're not hiding from anybody.
I am no hider.
So you did my audiobook. That's how I found you. So how'd the podcast go?
It was awesome. It was very informative. You guys are fans of David Goggins, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm
glad you brought that up because we interviewed Jill Winger, and her content has traditionally been homesteading, but we talked in the podcast about how we're so much more than homesteaders.
Well,
and it was basically a lifestyle talk for nearly 3 hours.
Yeah.
Interesting. How do you think the podcast went, Rebecca?
Oh, it went really good. It was really long. It was the longest one we've ever done. It was fun.
That was the goal. Any eye-openers for you?
Well, I liked the whole anxiety equals go.
Ah, yeah. That was far
good.
out, wasn't it? What's the big takeaway for you?
We're awesome.
3-hour podcast with you guys is nothing.
I know, right? Felt like we could keep going.
Yeah.
What's your takeaway?
That I like hang out with smart people like you guys.
That's what Christian said.
He said. We rehearsed it. We rehearsed it.
We rehearsed it.
On today's episode of Burn It Up Cooking Show, Wyoming beef, huge ribeyes. And so they can taste some of ours, we're gonna do lamb chops. First we're gonna sear. We've got some tallow going. That's what we want, the sizzle. Right guys? Yep. A little bit of red mince. Let's test it out. Maybe put it on a little bit more. I'm gonna flip it back. I pulled the steak over. Looking good. We got it done, searing. Looking good. We're gonna put it in the oven. How'd it turn out, Jill?
Just right. Looks
You
good.
tasted the lamb yet?
Not yet. I'm excited to try the lamb though.
Try it. Cut into this tomahawk steak.
Yeah, it's good. I know.
Look at that.
Is it yummy?
Mmm. Rebecca, you've eaten their steak yet?
It's delicious.
You've eaten our lamb yet?
I haven't got your lamb.
Let's go for your steak here.
No.
Lamb is super flavorful.
That's super flavor. It has a really good flavor.
Good. Okay, so I need to get people to go and eat your steak. This is absolutely delicious. So I encourage you guys to go check it out. What's the name of it again? The website?
Genuine beef.
GenuineBeefCo.com.
Yeah.
And can they get this tomahawk steak?
Oh, yeah.
So good. What else can they get?
Roast, hamburger.
We got some prime ribs and all kinds of steaks.
Yeah.
So we got bundles and coupons and all the fun stuff.
All right, and I think when we have our beef shortages in between harvests back, we know where to go.
Yeah.
Because you ship to every single state.
Yes.
Hawaii and Alaska too?
We have.
All right. All the 48.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've shipped to
lower
Alaska.
48.
Okay.
We haven't shipped anything.
It's absolutely delicious. Go check it out. I'll also leave the link for it down in the description.